And we're live. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Katrina here. Welcome to another episode of Ask Me Anything. And if this is the first time you're seeing me, I'm Katrina. I'm a Toronto based mom of three, who has been running her online business since 2019 for 5 years now. This is what I do. I help ambitious working moms make life changing money online. And welcome to another episode of Ask Me Anything. This is your opportunity to connect with me, ask your questions. Here we got, excuse me, here we get to talk about life, business, and everything in between. So how it works is just like last night, somebody asked a live question on the comment section, or you can also DM me so I can address that either, in my next session because I cannot see my messenger right now. I'm streaming via StreamYard for those of you who are curious. That's why I'm able to do all this creative banners, the scrolling one, things like that. All right. And also, this is part of my 90-day go live journey. I'm starting early today because, as some of you know, my energy's up in the morning. I was feeling a little bit sluggish yesterday. It was my first day of my period. So I don't know if you guys can relate. I think a lot of ladies can relate there. When it's the time of the month, it feels like, you just want to take it slow and, just be cozy, especially now. It's actually 2 degrees right now here in Toronto. It's autumn, it's fall season. I want to use this beautiful background. I hope you guys are hearing me okay. By the way, if you're tuning in live or in a replay, let me know in the comment section. Comment live and where you're coming from, like city and country. And if you're watching this on a replay, comment replay and then where you're tuning in from so we know how global we are. Okay. And yeah, so this is part of my, if you're wondering how I'm able to do this hands free, this is my secret. Also, 6 secret tips for you guys. I'm actually standing here. It's a condo unit here, and this is where I am. You see that? This is a park. Oh, there you go. This is a nicer one. I actually am putting my my phone here in the grills. So we managed, and this is a beautiful park. These leaves are actually they started falling off already, but a few, I think last week it was really full and yellow. This is one of our favorite trees. I don't know what this is, but this is on our checklist for our house, our dream house. We will plant something like this in our front yard or backyard. Okay, so as I was saying, this is part of my 90-day goal life journey. Each day you'll get a front row seat to the real, unfiltered moments of my business and life. I'll share wins, challenges, everything in between, answering FAQs like this, and we get to connect more. Okay, and this is our question for the day. So it's actually there already. Um, I'm a sucker for productivity, strategies, hacks, because I believe a lot of you can relate that, especially for moms, dads out there, that we feel like there are not enough hours in the day. If that is you, comment letter H for hours. Comment letter H if you feel like you don't have enough hours in a 24 hour period. And so we always find time on how to maximize our time, leverage on the moment that we have when it comes to our endless to-do list. If you feel like that, it's just always piling up. I always say I'm always a work in progress. I still find myself at times like, um, sometimes I still feel overwhelmed when it comes to things that I need to do. Whenever I feel that, I just pause and I would refocus myself. Like, instead of being reactive, I would, um, I would realign my goals and be proactive. Like, what are the things that I need to do? So, I'll give you the 3 A's. I was watching a YouTube video from one of this YouTube expert I've been following for years now. It's been a while since I last saw her video, and I was just looking for something last night about, managing. Who's that? It's Bob Proctor said you cannot really manage your time, but what you can manage is really the energy. And I think also Tony Robbins mentioned that it's really the energy, because we all have 24/7 in a day. I don't have like more 24 hours in a day, in my day, as compared to yours. And I saw this funny meme, which is very true, that Beyonce also has 24 hours in a day, right? And it just shows that it's really what we do in those hours. What do we do to maximize the energy that we have, to manage our energy? We can't really manage time. We cannot make it like longer or shorter. 24/7 is 24/7. But what we can manage are the activities, the energy and the activities that we do in those hours. And that just makes sense, right? And so I forgot to type it here. So I will just be typing manually. So the first one, while I'm typing the 3A, let me know, guys, what productivity um, tips can you share that has been working for you guys? Either just you found it recently, or you've been doing it for a while. Let me know, because you know. Um, we want to help each other out, right? Maybe I can also, for sure, I'll learn something from you guys as well, and also the other viewers. I'm just typing out here. Hang on. And I think I love most here is number 2 and number 3, and how it has been changing the game for my business for so many years now. Okay, all right. There you have it. Um, Oh, hey, Victoria. There you go, right? H. Not so many. It feels like always not enough. Um, Let me know where you are tuning in from, Victoria. Lorna, hello from the UK. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, no, it's afternoon there already. 5 hours ahead, right? Awesome. So, number one, productivity. 3 A's to skyrocket productivity for busy moms and dads as well. And for this is for everybody. I just put moms because I know there are a lot of mom followers that I have, inside and outside of the business. I think this will really skyrocket our productivity. Number one is look for something that you can axe. Axe meaning that you can remove totally from your to-do list. And this could be something that's not immediate, something trivial, that has been sitting for a while in your to-do list and it's not applicable anymore. So rather than looking at your list and then, oh my gosh, this is like, a lot, and then you realize it's not really an immediate thing that you can do. So remove that from your list, and move forward, right? And maybe you can fill it up with another more important um, to dos that you need to do, like activity that you can do yourself. And number two, productivity, letter A, is ask for help. This is so beautiful, and this has been my, I would say, weakness for the longest time up until now. Especially when you go for job interviews and then they ask you towards the end, like, what do you think are your weaknesses, or challenges that you find yourself into? And I always revert back to this default. I always find it hard to ask for help. I always find it hard, I used to find it hard to delegate, especially with my last job. Like, there's a lot of things. Like, I used to work as an investment admin assistant for high net worth clients at the investment firm. And that's also one of the comments of my bosses. They love me and I love them too. And they would always say, Katrina, they hired another assistant that can help me with my day to day. And they're asking me, like, delegate something. Um, And I think it's hard for me at first. It used to be hard for me at first because I'm a very hands-on worker. I'm a very hands-on person. I like to do things a certain way myself. You can say I'm kind of not really OC, but I want to have. I'm kind of like leaning towards perfectionism at times. So I want things to be done a certain way. So that's why it's very hard for me to delegate something because I want like to do it my way myself, right? But then when I started this business, it was pretty good at first. I can manage things like that, but as my business team has grown over the years, I think more than 1,000 people right now, is that I realize I really need to ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help, especially when it comes to the online business, and duplication is key in terms of the systems that we have, and it's very doable because of the systems that's running in the back end. And so earlier this year, I haven't shared this before, I hired a virtual assistant for the first time ever in my working life, in my online business. And it has been one of the most beautiful game changers in my online business. And I've been thinking about it for a few months before actually hiring a virtual assistant. And I've searched and looked for it, like in terms of like the concept behind it, how do I do this, things like that. And a lot of the business owners, the coaches, even the big coaches out there like Tony Robbins, they would always say it's a good decision to hire for your team. And I'm very grateful. You don't need to do this right now, especially if you're an incoming business partner. But something to consider down the road, especially of course, thinking long term, like maybe when you're like 2 3 years 5 years here in the business. How I wish I'd started sooner, but I think it's still good because I have a good handle of the day-to-day activities before I'm able to delegate it. And I have this Ray Higdon. He's one of the like top network marketing professionals, doing offline and online as well. He says that if somebody can do your job, if somebody can do the tasks 75% as good as you, delegate it. Like, give it to them. It doesn't need to be perfect. The goal is for the task to be done. And then you can improve along the way. And I was like, oh, yeah, because, and that's, excuse me, and that's really um, I felt called out because, as I've said, I want things done a certain way. But if somebody can do it at least 75 as good as you, then do it. And I realized like my virtual assistant even does it way better than me. And I have my uh, business colleagues as well helping me out in certain tasks. I'm like volunteering, and I'm very grateful for that. It's really teamwork, right? Because at the end of the day, the repetitive tasks like tracking, um, sometimes responding to comments, but I do read your comments, guys. But she helps me out in engagements in my social media, and tracking my leads, responding to emails that are repetitive. But I oversee everything. I'm still hands on, but it's just like I'm duplicating myself in a way, and it's been a game changer. So don't be afraid to ask for help, not just here in the business, but also like for example in the household. If you have like a family member, if you want to do a go live, and then you can ask your spouse to hold your little one, right? Or ask to, if you've been doing all the household, ask for help from your spouse, a family member. And you'll never know uh, like the feeling of being freed up from other mundane tasks, um, if you haven't tried it. And yeah, according to Tony Robbins as well, like what is it? Um, and also, what's his name? Eric Worre, another network marketing professional, doing offline, online as well. Um, they said that they gave this certain computation about the value of your time. And they have a certain formula. I forgot the exact, but the concept is compute it. And for example, if you're earning like $1 million in a year, or if that's your target, and divide that with the number of working hours in a year. So they have this certain average working hours. Whether you're here in the business, of course, I'm following them for the business. So they gave like average working hours for business for entrepreneurs, and then the number that you will get is actually your hourly rate. And that hourly rate, for example, your hourly rate, I think it came to me because of my target goal. Like I think I targeted like $1 million per year. So it came down to my hourly rate would be around $400 $500 per hour. So if I hope I'm remembering it, it's just math, but let's just say that's your hourly based on your target income. So whatever task that's worth less than that, you have to delegate it. Or it could be if your working hours is $100 per hour. So any tasks, admits, especially like administrative tasks or household tasks, that you can pay somebody to do for less than $100. Let them do it. um, and I started doing that in terms of not just my virtual assistant, but also, for example, I'm ordering something like a furniture from IKEA. I can do it myself. Me and my husband can definitely, follow instructions and do that. But if I ask myself, is it a good use of my time? So based on that concept, I chose to hire from TaskRabbit, like these people who are more expert, who can do it like two, three times faster than me for a fraction of the costs, right? So if I pay this person, for example, I recently hired somebody to put up our a new bookcase that I purchased in our bedroom, and this person is at his hourly rate is I think $40 per hour, and average I hired him twice, so he did like the bookcase and the chairs like for 2 hours, so $80, so plus tax maybe 100. um, and I can do a lot more. So if my, for example, if my hourly is like 100, so definitely that's way less, right? If he did it for 2 hours, because I can do a lot more income producing activities in those 2 hours. So I can like pay more people to do some stuff. The things that I can delegate asking for help, and I'm also employing other people, and it warms my heart. Like when my VA also thank me, and tell stories of how I'm helping her, not just her, like but her family, and she's also doing another side business on the side, like a brick and mortar business, and the the amount that I'm paying her, she's also able to use it to fund that business. So I'm grateful that, oh my gosh, okay, I'm actually helping another person because I'm employing her. Um, so those things, so you'll never know the opportunities that you can get as well in the workforce because of hiring them. Ask for help. And let me see here. Oh, you guys are watching, eh? Hello, hello. Oh, there you go. Good morning, Coach Rebecca. Angelita, hello, hello. Bessa from the UK. Oh, Mara, do you have a red card there? Hello, Rosita from Spain. Awesome. And the last but definitely not the least, which is one of the things that I also super love. That's why I'm here, is automate. If you can automate something out of your like list of to-dos, um, here in the business, if you're curious, I am doing a go live like this, or I can be doing like this, or spending time with the kids, or doing the household. But I kept getting leads, meaning people checking the business without me being like actually chatting with them most of the time. Of course, I still connect with them, especially for those who ask questions like, how does this work? But there are a lot of people signing up for the free info session. And the other day, I got like 32 leads in a day, like globally from Australia, UK, Canada. I cannot do that like in a day. I cannot like travel. Just traveling to the airport would take me like 40 minutes, and then flying over to different countries. That's impossible to do physically. But because of the automation, the platform that we have, the business systems that we have, it's possible. So automated, and we have, once people register, they would be redirected to a replay page, or they can watch the live info session. And then for a month or so, they will receive our automated marketing emails, giving them value reminders about the webinar, the info session, and also value when it comes to working online, like how you can you write more powerful stories, or what's a sales funnel, things like that. And I actually read those automated emails way back when I was starting, and those are really full pack of values. And I did write those emails like every day. I don't write them; it's part of the system. And then, so that's really automation. And if you have, I know it's the advent of AI. There's so many apps out there, like ManyChat, or you can actually do it on Meta. If someone comments a certain word, then you can have a bot, right? For me, yes, I do have a bot, but I made sure that my audience know that it's a bot, that it's not me pretending to, it's a bot pretending to be me. No, I made sure that my audience know, because I can't be glued to my phone like 24/7, which is the beauty of the business, that you can do other things. And this is very flexible, very portable, and you can fit it in the pockets of your time, especially for busy moms and dads out there. And so having an automated system lets me be more present in life while it runs in the background. Of course, I still do, the setup and all initially, and then the SOPs every day. Like I still track, I track my ads. If I think that it's not performing well, I optimize or I launch a new one. So I still do things. Um, when it comes to AI, of course, we're very grateful. ChatGPT is a huge help. But at the end of the day, I was also listening to a Tony Robbins masterclass yesterday, and it's a lot of people already are feeling fatigue when it comes to AI. I know it's just starting for some people, but I have quite a few leads already that are expressing their concerns. So I don't know if this is a real person or if I'm talking to a real one. So yesterday I actually spoke with somebody for a quick time, because she was very skeptical if there's a real person behind. So I hop on a call. I don't usually do that, but sometimes you feel the gut. You have a gut feel of just cheering someone, or just just connecting with them, just saying hello, and without being too attached to the results, whether they're going to join or not. I just want to say hello, and she appreciated that. And yeah, so I made sure that my bot is saying hi. This is Cat Bot. While Katrina is away, ask me questions, so they know that it's a bot, right? And then I'm gonna hop back as soon as I get back online. And yeah, so I was listening to Tony Robbins masterclass yesterday, and it's very powerful. Though the thing that they said, the antidote for artificial, like AIs, is analog. Analog is the antidote for artificial. What does that mean? It means getting back to the basic, communicating, like meeting people offline. Although I don't do that, we don't do that here in the business, but we do offline meetups, like as a group, but not like one on one, and then presenting the business opportunity, right? Analog is the antidote for artificial. I love that because at the end of the day, we all crave human connection. And in the masterclass, it was said that for the past few years since pandemic, people are getting Zoom fatigued already. So we are craving for that more human connection, meeting offline, like shaking people's hands, and just talking to them in person. We want that human touch. We crave that. And when it comes to working online, the closest that we can get there is, yeah, sometimes a phone call, or just messaging them like yourself, like creating the message yourself without the AI. It creates more of that human connection. They can sense that, they can sense the energy that you put in, even if you're like in between screens, right? And I love that. Analog is the antidote. to artificial. So there you have it. I hope that gives you value. If that gives you value, comment value, or just make it. I'll make it easier for you. Comment letter V if you find value in those 3 A's to skyrocket your productivity. X, ask for help, and automate. Okay, there you have it. I'm actually going to um, Amazon to return some stuff. And I actually went to, so we'll walk together so you'll have a nice view. I went to the post office last Monday. Again, comment V if you find that helpful so I can give more productivity tips for busy people, moms like you guys. And so I went to the post office last Monday without realizing it's Remembrance Day. So it's a holiday. When you work online, you get confused. You don't have, sometimes I find myself, I don't have like sense of a day in a sense that, okay, is it a holiday? Is it a regular day? I think it's a good problem to have, right? So there you have it. So I'll do some brisk walking and then I'll go back home to clean the morning mess and then I'll dive into work. If you have messaged me and I haven't responded back, don't worry, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I do time blocking as well, so I can be more productive with my day instead of being reactive on every single messages or inquiries that I would get. Of course, my priority is to address your questions as soon as I can, but we do it in a systematic way, and it boosts my productivity. And of course, I tend to be more present uh, for my team, for my family, and of course to you guys. All right, I hope that helps. See you again. Oh, bang, thank you so much. You found value in what I shared today. Okay, bye for now. Have a great day.